we're talking about the importance of starting a savings plan early, because the longer you can save, the more time the money has to kind of just build. So we're talking about Cain and Albert. So Albert saves $100 a month for 40 years. Cain waits 20 years, but he's going to double his to $200 a month for 20 years. They both have an APR of 3.99%. Okay, so Albert's future value. We're talking about, let me change to a smaller one here. Future value. So we have the 0.0399% divided by 12. He's doing 12 every month for 40 years, and he's putting $100 in. Now, if you type that into Excel and hit enter, Albert's going to have $117,901.25. Cain, on the other hand, says, you know what? I can do this in half the time because I'm going to put in $200 at a time. And if he does that, he ends up with $73,272.55 because he did not have the same amount of time for the interest to build. Now, when you're talking about investor contributions, Albert put in $100 a month, 12 months a year for 40 years, meaning he contributed $48,000 to his account. Cain put in $200 a month for 12 months in a year for 20 years. So he also contributed $48,000. When I want to find the interest, okay, so they put the same amount of money in, but look at their total back is very different. So if I subtract these two, it shows the interest earned. Albert earned $69,901.25 in interest, and Cain only earned $25,272.55 in interest. So having the money in longer earned Albert so much more in interest, so much more in interest. So let's answer some questions about this. Write the ratio of Cain's interest to Albert's interest. Okay, so Cain earned $25,272.55, and Albert earned $69,901.25. Well, that ratio is meaningless, so let's change that to something I can use. And because we are talking about money, I'm going to make it just 2 decimal places, and that's like 36 cents to 1. So in terms of interest, Cain earned 36 cents in interest to every $1 earned by Albert. And I don't know about you guys, but that's just a lot different. I mean, think about if you have 2 kids and you give one kid 36 cents and you give another kid $1. How's that going to go over? Yeah, not well. So that's a huge difference. How much did Cain lose by starting 20 years later? Well, if we subtract the amounts of interest or the overall value, it doesn't matter. Either way, you get the same answer because they contributed the same amount. But he lost out on $44,628.70. That's like a full year's salary when you're working. I mean, that's a lot of money. And the only difference is that he waited 20 years to start investing. So the earlier you can invest, the better off you're going to be. Compare Albert's balance to Cain's balance using relative change. Okay, so relative change, remember, is new minus old divided by old. So I'm going to take Albert, subtract Cain, 3,272.55, and I'm going to divide by Cain as the old value. Remember, you want to subtract first, and I end up with 0.609, which is roughly 60.9%. So Albert's balance is 60.9% more than Cain, which is just a lot. It's just a lot. You know, they're putting the same amount in, but Albert is definitely getting more return on his investment.